My Life by Billy Joe.
I was born in August 1920 in my house. How I've been told it, Ma crouched, barefoot, bare-bottomed, over the swept boards, because that's where Daddy said it'd be best. The farthest back I can remember is kindergarten, before the Dust Bowl. Since I was born, my daddy always wanted a boy, so as a kid I did a lot of work meant for boys. I went through grammar school and middle school and made lots of new friends. My passion was and still is piano, which Ma nurtured me in. In that time, my mother became pregnant with a boy. My father was excited to finally get his boy. I really had no family besides Ma, Daddy, and Aunt Alice, living in Lubbock, a ways south from Joyce City, Oklahoma, where I grew up. But then, the dust hit. Around 1934, when I was in 8th grade, the stock market crashed and the crops weren't doing so well. Actually, they were doing terrible. Daddy and Ma were very stressed, and terrible dust storms were happening everywhere. The Dust Bowl is when I grew the most. That period of time sculpted me into who I am today. I lost many friends, including Livy Killian, one of my best friends. People were losing their jobs in big cities. We weren't doing much better out here in the West. I got burned bad. Daddy left a pail of kerosene on the stove, and Ma thought it was water. She tried to make Daddy's coffee with it, but instead she made a fire in the kitchen. I threw the bucket out the door, thinking that would help, but I didn't know Ma was there. She became engulfed in flame the next month. Ma died, giving birth to my brother. I was confronted with so much guilt, so much anger. My brother died as well. Ma and Franklin were buried together. My hands throbbed. Due to the burns, I temporarily lost the ability to play the piano. I won the Joyce City Talent Show. That made my hands hurt even more. Rain and snow happened a few times, but mostly dust. A family stayed in our school, and the woman gave birth to a baby. They left. My father and I became farther and farther apart as the days went on, months went on, years went on. I felt as if our relationship would never be the same after Ma and Franklin's death. My father got skin cancer and refused to get it treated by any doctor. School caught fire multiple times. Let me tell you, fire had become my mortal enemy after the accident. Dust pneumonia, a disease caused by the dust, was happening all over the place. Black Sunday was the second worst day after the accident. April 14th, 1935. Black blizzards, which is what the dust storms were nicknamed, were blacker and more powerful than ever. It started out as a clear, nice day. We actually had a picnic, but then black dust storms were all over the place. Everyone had to drive away from the picnic, back home, take shelter. It was terrible. It was horrible. It was so scary. I was done. I wanted to get away from it all. My father was just rotting away, just like his father, ready to leave me behind in the dust. Well, I was leaving first. I decided to go west on a train. I met a man. We talked. He wanted food, so I gave him food, but he gave me a picture of his family. He wanted me to send it to his family to make sure that they knew he was all right. This experience taught me that I was very lucky to have Daddy. I called him, and he took me home, and we got much closer. After my attempt at getting out of the dust, I came home, and Daddy met a nice young lady named Louise. At first, I didn't approve, and I thought Ma's bones wouldn't either. But I could sense that she finally did, and so did I. My piano skills returned with the healing of my hands. The Dust Bowl ended, and we were all happy. It was over. The dust faded away. Not only literal dust, but the hardships and anxiety of the Dust Bowl, Ma's death, and everything else. Daddy got happily married, and I went through high school and college. I got a degree in medicine. It is now 1957, 21 years after the Dust Bowl. I'm a nurse treating people in the ER. When I'm not working, I play the piano as a side job, performing and also teaching little kids how to play. I got married to a nice guy named DeChun Haywood, who was actually the man on the train's son. DeChun and I are very happy together. He's a professional sack racer. We moved to South Carolina and had 2 kids, Percy and Jason. We are happy as ever. My life has been a good one. Wait, no, it's been a great one. Despite all of the hardships, despite the dust, I'm happy. The dust didn't change me in a bad way, but in a good way. I know now that all the time I was trying to get out of the dust. The fact is, what I am becoming